I am Hawks, the man who's a bit too fast. A society where heroes can enjoy a little boredom. I'll make it happen. I promise. At my trademark top speed. Hey everybody, this is Yami King, and I'm here to talk about Hawks. Now, just to start off, this is going to be a two-part video. We're going to be talking about Hawks' quirk and abilities and some of his stats in this video, mostly for surface level stuff. And then regarding like his backstory and like relationships, all stuff like that, I'm saving that for another video. So if you like this video and you want to hear more, click subscribe to hear some notifications for when the new video is going to be coming out. Okay? Okay. Let's get started. Let's cue up that intro, people. Okay, so, before we even get into anything else, I just want to talk about something that's always been very weird to me. Hawks' popularity. Okay. In the first popularity poll Hawks was in, before he was even introduced in the anime, okay? Before we even knew what his color scheme was. Do you want to know where Hawks was? 10th place? No, bit higher than that. Okay, maybe like 8th place. That's a good spot for him. That's where Endeavor was ranked. Nope, not him though. Okay, let's talk about like 6th place. Okay, like Shikaraga was ranked that in the news popularity poll, something like that. No, he was ranked 4th. 4th place, right under Izuku Midoriya, the main character of this entire series. 4th. I just don't get it. Like, Hawks is cool, but 4th? This is above people like Kirishima and stuff like that. The people who are above him. Let's just count this down. Izuku Midoriya in 3rd with 8,301 votes. We got Todoroki in 2nd with 15,000 votes. And Bakugo went 1st in 16,000 votes. Okay? So Hawks was right under the 3 main characters for this entire series. Okay? And like the vote difference, like it's a decent amount between him and Midoriya, but like it's like 3,700 to like 8,000, which sounds like a big difference. But remember again, this dude hasn't even introduced in the anime yet. People still have no idea what this guy's color scheme even is. How is this guy number 4? Like, I like Hawks. I really do. But number 4? Okay. Also, in the next popularity poll, he's number 11th, which he wasn't too featured in the next year, so it makes sense, but still. Number 4. Really. Okay. Moving on to what Hawks' abilities are, so let's get into that. So, Hawks' quirk, it's named Fierce Wing. It's shown by his giant feathery wings on his back. Okay. Doesn't sound too OP, right? Of course it's not. It's a very OP. He's number 2 hero, of course it is. So why is it OP? Well, he's able to teleconnect and control each individual feather. Okay. If these feathers were like normally strength feathers, it would kind of make sense. But these aren't like weak little feathers. Each individual feather is able to hold up a person. Like, look at this. Each one of its feathers doing what I'm telling you right now. Holding up a person. So, okay, that's pretty big. But even more about that, the most scary thing about all of this is that Hawks is able to multitask between each of these feathers astoundingly. In one of Hawks' first showings of his powers, we see Hawk like talking to Endeavor, having a casual conversation to him, and while he's doing this, he is saving a dog from getting hit by a truck. Okay, not too bad. He's also helping out this grandma. Okay. He's also, I think, taking a cat from a tree. Okay. He's also taking out a villain. All while holding a casual conversation with Endeavor. That just gives you an idea of how easily he can, like, split up his brain to, like, using all these individual feathers. And considering how strong each of these feathers are, he's able to do it relatively easily. Okay, so what else is this quirk allow him to do? Well, speed. Very quickly, Hawks' abilities give him speed. Well, how fast is he? Well, let's go through a few of Hawks' feats with his speed of his quirk. Okay. Number 1, Hawk was able to keep up with the High-End. To give you an idea of this, the High-End was absolutely blitzing the fuck out of Endeavor. Okay? It was blitzing endeavor, and Hawks was able to keep up with it. The only reason why Hawks couldn't fight it was because he lacked the power. But in terms of speed, he completely had that. He was able to take on the high end very easily in terms of speed. Okay, what else are his feats? Well, instantaneously taking out 2 Nomu pretty quickly. Okay, nothing else too much. Pretty big feat for Hawks. When he was probably no older than the age of like 7, we see him. Oh my God, Hawks! When he's like 7, he stops a 130 kilometer per hour incident. When he's no older than like 7. So, Hawks' speed. Obviously, no joke we're talking about here. Hawks is fast. So one of Hawks' last abilities is he's able to hear with his feathers. Okay, that might sound a little bit weird to you, but let's explain. By using the vibrations of each of the feathers, he's able to basically decode it, kind of like Morse code, and figure out what people are saying. Okay, that kind of makes sense here. We actually got to see him do this a bit in the anime. We don't really like get it elaborated on, but we see the scene where Hawk is just saying like the screams, yes, clothes rustling, the vibrations people produce, all stuff like that. He's saying as he like take people out of the building. So yeah, Hawks has his ability. Overall, those are the 3 main abilities Hawks has with his fierce wings. He's able to hear with his feathers. He's able to multitask by telekinetically controlling each of the feathers. And he also has incredible speed with this. Okay, so these are the 3 main abilities Hawk's quirk provides. Okay, so something I forgot is that Hawks has his ability to basically create feather blades. They're really badass looking, and like this scene you see here where Hawks has the feather blade like directly to Dobby's neck. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Overall, they're not like anything too amazing. Like they're basically swords, but feather blades look awesome. I'm gonna say that right now. He's able to like cut through Nomu with these things pretty much instantly. So they're not weak or anything like that. It's just that Hawk has mentioned multiple times before that like he's not really a power type hero. So like I'm not sitting here saying like these yells take out like the USJ Nomu, but still pretty awesome, and it fits with Hawk's whole aesthetic. He's cool. He's going to have swords. Okay, so regarding Hawk's ability outside of his quirk, the only real thing there is to mention is Hawks definitely has some keen eyes. We see this basically where Hawks is like on top of a skyscraper, okay? Fitting his own motif, kind of like Batman, to be honest. And from like this high skyscraper, he's able to see Endeavor and as well as like Deku and Bakugo from like easily like 10,000 feet up in the air. So right there, his eyes are great. Fit with his own motif. Hawks is a hawk, so of course he has the eyes of a hawk. Okay. All of his other abilities I'll mention more in the next portion of this video, which is about like his Ultrabook stats. So let's get into this. So Hawks' stats overall they make sense for what he has, but there is some things I want to do note about this. So first off, Hawks' power. He got a C plus, 3 out of 6 on this. So again, makes sense. Hawks has never been a power type hero, and he makes multiple mentions that that's not really where he is. But other than Hawks' power, all of his other abilities are easily either S rank or A rank easily. So let's get to his speed. So his speed, he got a 6 out of 6 in S rank in that. The only 2 people who actually had a higher ranking than him were All Might and All For One. So currently in the series, Hawk is the fastest person, and there's really no debate on this. So with a 6 out of 6 S ranking, Hawk is currently the fastest character in the story because All Might just doesn't have his power anymore, and All For One is currently behind bars. So until Izuku gains like the 100% one for all thing, Hawk is the fastest character in this story. No questions asked. Makes sense. Okay, so for Hawk's next 3 stats, I'm actually going to talk about them together because they reveal a bit of an interesting picture. So for Hawk's technique, he has an S plus ranking. I'm going to go into that back a little bit later. Skillfulness and A ranking. Okay. intelligence and A ranking. That surprised me because considering all of the things we hear about Hawks, the fact that he only has an A ranking in intelligence is really surprising to me. To give you some of his feats for his intelligence, he is the youngest known hero to ever reach the top 10. Okay? Keep in mind here, that includes All Might. Okay? All Might, who has an S ranking for intelligence, didn't reach the top 10 as fast as Hawks did. That's really surprising to me. So I want to go quickly through some other characters actually who have a higher intelligence ranking than him. All Might and All for One both have higher intelligence ranking than him, with All for One at S plus and All Might at an A ranking. So S ranking for All Might. We have Mineta. Yes, I said that right. Mineta. Mineta has an A plus ranking, higher one higher than Hawks. Okay. So that one right there, okay, we're going to talk about that one because that reveals something rather interesting to me. Now, obviously, like, Mineta does not have anywhere near as good as a quirk as, like, Hawks does. Like, well, Mineta's quirk isn't bad. It's not Hawks level, okay? The fact that Mineta has a higher intelligence ranking than him really, like, just, like, doesn't grate me. It's surprising, and it kind of puts it in perspective, like, how much work Hawks put in to become as strong as he did. Because, sure, Hawks is definitely intelligent. He's not as stupid, okay? He's not stupid. But what's more impressive to him is how much work he puts into this. Hawks acts like he's a very jovial, carefree kind of guy. But he's actually someone who puts the most work into what he does. It's shown in his technique ranking. While he doesn't have the most power or even the most speed, he is the best when it comes to technique. That really does show something for his character, which, of course, that's something I'll mention that in the next video, but still, I want to keep this in mind that while Hawks might seem like airheaded prodigy kind of guy, he isn't. He puts more work into it than anyone. I want to keep that mentioned because these stats kind of give you a little bit of a new perspective on who Hawks is. So overall, I think that's everything I wanted to talk about for this part of the video. Obviously, like and subscribe, and if you want to hear what my next video is going to be coming about for Hawks, it'll probably be coming out, if not tomorrow, then very very soon. It'll definitely be out before the end of the week. Before the end of the week, most certainly, but I'm going to try to get it out tomorrow because I have all the notes ready to start it. So, thank you, everybody. So, this is Yami King, signing out.